Hey guys, welcome. First of all, I want to thank you to come here. I know that you're searching for something different. You're probably not happy with the way your salon's running right now. Maybe it's your staff. Maybe it's the money that you have left over. Maybe it's the money that you're paying your team members. It could be a number of things. And I want to hopefully go through the journey today with you of how to get your salon to be successful. Now, success means so much to so many different people. It could be money, it could be time off, it could be the fact that you're just paying your team well, it could be the fact just looking after your clients. Whatever success is to you, I believe that you are here because something's missing. You don't know what it is yet, or you do know what it is, but hopefully after spending an hour with me, you will actually be able to pin down what your salon's missing. And hopefully you get to reach out to us and say, hey, Richard, I would love to come and work with you. Now, we have a coaching program, and the coaching program is based on hopefully taking your salon from wherever you are now to wherever you want to get to. We know there's certain things missing in salon owners. Otherwise, 95% of salon owners never ever get to that lifestyle salon. We know that most salon owners struggle to pay their bills. They are winging it. They don't know their numbers. They don't know how to run a team. They've just never had any business skills. I was one of them. And I want to hopefully dive in today on this journey to show you really the fixes of some of the problems that you might be occurring right now. Okay, let's chat about me and let's talk about hopefully about you. Let's dive in. So first of all, there is a journey that we all go on. Most of you started this journey right at the beginning. And in the first or second year, business is great. It grows really, really quite fast. Clients love you, obviously. You're good at what you do. And then once you fix that, you actually need clients. When you first open up, what you need is clients. You want clients to come in, you want clients to fall in love with you. So your aim is to get clients in the door and get them to return. And that is usually quite easy when it's just you. Things start getting a little bit difficult when you start employing a staff member. And that happens when you get to stage 2. Now, some of you get there really fast. And so when we talk about employing teams, we're talking about taking your salon from you being the busiest earner, employing people, and then your staff members are just as important as you in your salon. And if that's the case, you might have gone through that stage. And a lot of people get stuck here. And the next stage after that is when you start taking some time off the floor and you can dedicate some time to working on the business. And the business then really keeps on growing. And then after that, you get to a stage where your salon can run without you if you want it to be. You can have multiple salons. You can semi-retire. You can only work 1 or 2 days a week. You can start a family. There are lots of things that happen when you get to that stage. Now, the sad news is most people never get there. They get stuck in stage 2. And the impact of that is pretty huge. You see, this was built when people started looking into the numbers of salon owners. So, for example, as we now know, that over 50% of salon owners right now are self-employed, one-man bands, and they fall right in the bottom. They're taking below 100K. They're usually one-man bands, or maybe they've got 2 or 3 staff, and they're really struggling. They're just hitting the VAT registration. And we call that better off working for someone else. Or if you want to be a one-man band and you're there, that's fine. That takes about 20% of the population of salon owners. That level of owning their business. When you get to the next stage, of course, we think the majority of people sit earning over 100K to 300K. Now, that is fraught with danger because if you're between 1 and 150, I know the pain you're in right now. If you're between 150 and 200, you've got a little bit of money, but it gets scary now and again, right? It's a battle to pay them bills. You might be putting some of the tax or VAT on the never. Once you break that 2 to 250, it's still stressful, but you've got a bit more cash and you may not be working the floor all the time. We call that the war zone. It's the biggest block there is, and most salon owners we speak to are in that war zone. They're anywhere between 100K and 300K. It means if a staff member left, it would hurt. You worry to pay the bills. You worry to take time off. Most of the people want you. You're probably winging it. It's the majority of places that most people stay for the rest of their salon life. I did an awful lot of time in that zone. It's not nice. It's horrible. And it wasn't until I realized that I got a coach and someone took me to the next level where you hit the 300K. Now, there's not many people up at that level. Only about 14% of the population get to over 300,000. But when they do, they start having a great living. They pay themselves a great wage. They pay their team great wages. They don't really mind if someone leaves them. It doesn't hurt them so much. It feels like they've got a business. They have a bit more common sense when it comes to numbers. They have an idea of what's going on. And then, of course, if you crack that 500,000, you really do have a lifestyle life, which is where we try to take you. And then, of course, only 1% get to that 1 million. If you want to get there, most people don't. Most people are happy once they crack between 300,000 and 500,000 is where they want to get to and have a real business. My job, of course, is to take you from anywhere here up to somewhere between here and here is where I want to get you. Now, when you work with us, we try and get you a 30% increase in your business. And what does that actually mean? Well, for example, if you're on 100K right now, we get you 30,000. That's our goal for you. It doesn't always happen because someone has to do some work, which is generally you. If you have 200,000 business, we try and get you to about 60K. And if you have 300,000 business, we try and get you very close to 100,000 increase in your business. Now, that's how we tend to work. Now, I'm not going to let you stay right the way to the end before you realize, hey, Richard, like, I can't afford a coach. I don't even know what I'm doing here. Now, let me tell you, this is how much we charge people in one of our biggest. We have 3 layers. So we have layer 1, layer 2, and layer 3. Now, in layer 1, we're really, really quite accessible. It's £16 a week. Like, that is next to nothing. But for that, you don't get one-on-one coaching. You don't get access to me 24/7. You don't get access to our top modules because you don't need them yet. Stage 2, if you've got to a level where you want a bit more accountability, you want to look after your numbers, you want to actually one-to-one calls with me, you want to bespoke your coaching, we charge about 125 a week. Now, if you want to do your maths really quickly, that's about 6,000 a year that we charge, $12,000. That's how much we charge. But you can see how much we'd like to make you. The difference is quite amazing. You pay a 6, we try and get you 30. You pay a 6, we get you 100. I think it's good value. That's why a lot of people come with us and stay with us. And tier 3, you've got to apply for that one. That's a bit more one-on-one. We go into the salon, we visit your salon, etc. No, most people won't fall into that. You're probably already up here by then, and you want to get yourself right up there and you have some really big money. But for majority of you two different people that are going to come to different types of coaching are going to be sitting in here. So I wanted to get that right out of the way. Is this a sales pitch that we're going through right now? My job today is not to convince you to join us. My job is to convince you that there are certain ways to get your salon successful, and you don't know them, you need to learn them. It took me 15 to 20 years to learn these, implement them, put them in my business. Now, if you don't want to wait them 15 years, then maybe you want to reach out to us and say, hey, I don't want to wait 15 years. Can you teach me now? I'm happy to pay with money. I don't want to pay with 15 years. And if that's you, down below, you'll see there's a link to book a call, but don't do it just yet. Let's just go through this to find out if some of these fixes to your problems, we can fix them. And if we can, then let's chat. And if not, let's just enjoy the hour together. The reasons that so many salon owners stay in the war zone is you don't have enough money, there's no growth or not big enough growth, you have bored or underperforming staff, you have no profit to share with the team, not enough clients, and you personally have no direction. And this is the missing link. Okay, why do I think I'm an expert to tell you that? Well, first of all, I've been where you've been. I started my career as an apprentice. I then became a hairdresser. Then I became a salon owner. Then I went out of the business for a little while and worked at other businesses, then came back and had another salon. And then I took my salon to Australia. And then from Australia, after that, I now own a couple of salons here in the UK. And I coach around 200 salons right now at all different levels, from 100,000 a year to 5 million a year and everything in between. So we get a real understanding of what's happening in the industry across the world. We also get an understanding of what it's like to be a salon owner because I still own 2 salons. So for me, I feel I've walked the walk. I feel that my salon was very successful. We used to pay myself at least a minimum of 3,500 every single week. We employed staff that we took from zero straight from school, got them fully qualified to earn me over 3,000 a week. And we did that with a unique training program. I feel I have some authority. I feel like I was successful in my field, but I became a bit of a math nerd. I really enjoyed the maths part of it. I enjoyed the business part of it, and I had the time to do that. And I want to share with you the skills that I've learned over 25 years of being a salon owner. And today I want to share some of them with you. I feel like I've earned the right to call myself a salon business coach. So today I'm letting you on the inside. I'm going to show you how I helped salon owners an extra 3.5 million, give or take, last year alone. Here are some of the people. You know who you are when you see this. So this is no BS. These are real people. They know when they see this because we send them a report every single year. So they know this is them. So we literally, one salon owner, we got a 72,000 increase. Another salon owner, 105,000. Another salon owner, we did 89. Another salon owner, we did only 40. Another salon owner, 147. Another salon, 87. This is their journey. But that's an increase of money. And let's be honest, if they paid me 6, I earned them an awful lot more than that. Most of them 10 times more than they paid me. Guys, the reality is, I believe my system, there's only 9 things to learn. I believe these 9 things are super important for every single salon owner as you go through the journey of your salon life. The first 3 is how to make more money. Somewhere in you, where you are now, you need more cash. And it's not just about finding new clients. So we believe to get that 30% increase, we do 10% to find you some brand new clients. So if you're doing 100 clients a week in your salon, we believe we can get you to 110. It's not a lot, but it's 10% increase, and that's a massive impact. We also believe if your clients are dragging it out or you're losing a few clients, we can work on that to bring at least 10% back. Now, that's a 10% increase in your business. And we also believe if you did the perfect client journey, you wowed that client, build a client journey that really did a good consultation, that really got through to the end of their journey, and they went, wow, what a great experience. You would naturally lift that by 10%. We don't want you to upsell and sell retail and sell treatments like crazy. We just want to do your staff their good service of looking after their clients. And we think by doing that and getting you to educate your team in our way, we can lift your business by at least 10%. Now, that gives us a 30% increase, and that's how we achieve that. Once you've made money in your business, that these other problems happen. First of all, as you start growing your business, you're going to need to find team members, and we have a unique way where you can find the right team members, and 90% of you on this call right now are looking in the wrong place, and you're finding the wrong employee. And I want to show you what I've used for my salon. And also building your dream team. There's a certain element that you need to do to make sure you train them well, they're as good as you, and they don't leave. And most of us right now, it's never, ever been important to get that right. As you well know, finding a new staff member is near impossible. And finally, for you to be free, for you to get off the tools and spend some time on working on your business. I didn't say all, but some time. You're going to have to learn to delegate and systemize your business. And that means you're going to have to learn how to do that the right way. And we have a perfect way we've done that, because I did that in my business, and we've done it in lots of businesses we coach. And also, once you've done that, other problems happen. How do we motivate you? How do we motivate your team? How do we motivate your team on a weekly basis? How do we hold the perfect team meeting to gel all this together? Because as you well know, I believe team meetings is the most important thing you can do to make sure that you're hitting your goals. And of course, how do you track commission and give reward to your team members to make sure you're paying them enough for what they're doing for you? These 9 elements, I believe, are a journey of where you naturally go on your salon journey. You start by you needing clients. You start on make sure you stop losing clients, and you start by building the client journey. And it all literally has a bit of an ecosystem. Imagine if you attract new clients, they love you because you've got a great experience with them, and they tell others, and then you lose a few clients, and you start this ecosystem of trying to not lose them. You get pretty busy, and then of course another problem happens where you've got to systemize your business so everyone's on the same page, like McDonald's your business, and then you've got to find more employees, and you've got to train your more employees, and you've got to get off the floor yourself, then you've got to set some goals for the team so you can pay them more money. It's a natural evolvement of every single. Once we fix one problem, another problem happens. When we fix that problem, another problem happens. You'll always be working on your business forever. Things will change, but these 9 modules never will. They will all you need to grow your business. Now, don't forget, if you're interested in getting us to implement these in the business, just book that call and let's have a chat. Let's dive in. The number 1, of course, if we're starting on the very first journey of life through here, you need to get some money in the door. You need to start making some profit. One of the biggest problems we see is salon owners just don't have enough cash. And this results in you juggling the bills and no staff pay rises, not worth all the hard work, salon getting tired, scared to take time off. And these are the signs you need to look after. Your wage percentage is high. If that's you, you know you have lack of cash. I know you have lack of cash. Taxable time stresses you out. You haven't had a pay rise yourself in some time. The salon is looking tired and you're tired. Like, you need to increase your takings. You need more clients and you need to lose staff. By the way, if you don't have enough clients in the salon and you're not making enough money, you're overstaffed. So you either need to sack somebody or you need to literally increase the intake of clients. Okay, the outcome, if you get this right, if your salon's takings increase and you control your wage percentage, you'll never have lack of money again. And the fix, look for the patterns. Go into your computer system and look at your client totals, look at your new clients, look at your average bill spend, look at your stock spend, look at your wage percentage, look how many weeks your clients return, and look how many clients you're actually losing. This is what you need to focus on to find the answers to that. So how do we help our clients on this? Well, we send them a monthly form to fill in. And this is what it comes back like. You see, we set them a 30% increase, like I said, and we break it down to a monthly amount. You can see this particular salon, the target is 45K for the month, and they actually did 42. So we monitor the key performance indicators that we believe are behind the growth of every salon. We monitor your new clients, your retail percentage, how many clients you do, your rebooks, your average bill, what's your wage percentage. You can see this particular salon has a 49% wage percentage, which is quite high. We track how many clients they do over the year and what their visit weekly is and how many times people come a year. And we monitor that for a reason, because it tells us what you should actually work on. You see, I don't know many coaches that do this. In fact, I don't think any coach does this at all, but I don't want to coach people blind. I want to coach people on where they've got holes in their business, what to work on. Like, I can see instantly right now, they don't have enough new clients to maintain their growth. So we've got to work on a marketing strategy. We can see their rebooks are at 71%. So I don't have to coach them on rebooks. I can see the average bill is above what we expected. Our target, which was a 10% increase, was 52. It's now 56. I don't have to teach them this. You see, that's the key to this. Everyone sort of, most coaches out there just literally coach you in like a done for you box, a standard, watch this video, do that. What we do is we actually look at your numbers and coach you through this. That's the importance of this, is the fact is this is your coaching, not a standard cookie cutter that everyone else is using. This is bespoke around you. And most salon owners don't know what to focus on. And this gives you super clarity. This fixes a lot of problems in salon owners. And like, are your increasing bills putting pressure on you? There's nothing worse than losing that focus of you not being able to concentrate because you've got so much pressure already in you. Like, if you're juggling bills and you've got no staff pay rises, a little wage for yourself, not worth the effort you're putting in, and your salon's looking tired and you're scared to take time off, I know I was, and putting larger bills on a payment plan. And the signs to look out for is your wage percentage is high, over 50%. You getting stressed when you have to pay bills or no shows. You don't know how you can pay staff anymore and you're getting burnt out. But these are huge negative signs that you should be listening. Your body and your mind is telling you to do something else. What you're doing is not working. You've got to increase takings. You've got to control your spending. You've got to look at your productive and your unproductive team members. And you've got to run a tighter ship. You're a business owner. And the outcome, if you get this right, like, takings increase, bills decrease, and you have a far less stress-free life, which is fantastic. And this is the focus you need to work on. Keep a closer look at all your bills. Make sure that all staff are productive as they can be. And check your profit and loss on a monthly basis. We build a 3-year profit and loss for our clients. I talked about this in a video the other day. You've got to be able to look at your business. You've got to be able to zoom in and go, right, this is our goal for January. This is our goal for February. This is our goal for March. This is how much I'm going to spend on stock. If I dive into this, this is how much profit I'm going to have. This is how much profit I'm going to be left with. We build this for salon owners for a reason, because we want them to have a huge understanding of exactly what needs to be done in their business. If you know it's boring, but you need to know this, you're a business owner. If you don't have a handle on your profit and loss on a monthly basis, not a yearly basis, a monthly basis, how can you alter next month? How do you know what to spend next month? I don't know how people run their businesses blind. It really amazes me. One of the big things that are happening right now is clients are dragging out their appointments. and how to use lapsed clients to fill last-minute spaces. Like, this is the importance of this. Clients are dragging out their appointments, or you're losing clients, and you've got to pull them back. And I want to show you the difference. I want this to be really is. Take a snapshot of this picture if you need to. Like, take a look. If your salon is doing 240 clients, so when we base this, we believe that a full-time staff member should do about 30 clients a week. And a cycle of 8 weeks equals that each person that works for you needs 240 clients. Now, 240 clients over 8 weeks with an average bill of 50. So just keep the average bill very basic. That's 78,000 a year that your staff member should earn you. And if they don't, then we know one of the holes in your business right now. It's either going to be you don't have enough clients, or they're not charging enough. And if you don't know how to fix that, like I said right at the beginning, you might need to get some help, or you're going to have to go and learn this stuff and read some books and watch more webinars, but it depends how much time you've got in your life. If we drag that out, if clients drag this out by 1 week, you would lose 10K. You can see the difference. If the clients drag this out by 2, you would lose almost 20K. So what we've worked out here is each week is worth about 10,000 for you guys. 10,000 for every week the clients drag it out. Now, at the moment, you're probably thinking, my clients don't come every 8 weeks. They're coming more like 16 weeks. We'll bring them into 15. You'll get 10,000 more. Bring them into 14. You'll get 10,000 more. Can you see how quickly you could grow your business? This is every single staff member you have. So if you've got 5 staff members right now, by getting your clients to return 1 week sooner, you'll have an extra 50,000 in your business with not much effort than trying to work on that. And most people don't know how to do this. We mastered this, and we've done this over and over and over again. During the recession, my clients were dragging their appointments out to about 11 weeks. 10 weeks. And when they dragged it out 1 more week, they were going to 11.2 weeks. It's going to cost me 165,000 in lost revenue. So I had to up my game. I had to bribe them in. You must have got emails by now, or letters from your businesses that you do with, like a restaurant, saying, come in 2 for 1. You must have that. You've got to be able to do something through there. This is a great client of ours, and he decided to work on his lapsed clients. He sent out a beat the clock email. And he literally got 2,000 worth of intake of clients, literally in a matter of a day, as you can see. And that's a lot of money coming through the till. For most of you, that's a nice increase. You don't increase your business normally by 2,000 a month. He did this in a day. It's something that we are really passionate about. Again, if you're worried about white spaces, exactly the same things happen. Like, if you do have white spaces right now, and we know clients are dragging it out, your staff get bored, they ask to go home, of course, or they sit in the back room causing trouble. You don't have enough money in the back. In my gee, that's frustrating. Your increased wages, it's about wrong. Added stress on you, back to being a master of spinning plates, juggling bills again, and you're stressing about no-shows. You've gone from stressed, happy place, suddenly it's all falling apart. Signs to look out for: gaps in the diary, pretty simple, last-minute cancellations, demoted staff members, your wage bills increasing up, and you started to struggle to pay them bills again. Work on your rebooks, guys. Work on them consultations with your team members. Use that space wisely that's appeared in the book. Contacted clients that are dragging out appointments. I just showed you that before. Have an arsenal of offers and bundles ready to go. That's what we do. We teach you how to build like offers or bundles, how to get clients in the door super, super quick. Send out a text message, loads of people answer. That is our goal. And if you get this right, you have the ability to pre-book clients and get lapsed clients and fill white spaces whenever you want. Think of the power to fill a cancellation within seconds. Takes a bit of work, but once you've got all them in your arse and your toolbox, it's very easy. This will fix 2 things: the client journey and the keep in touch strategy. We know how to fix this. We have 2 huge modules that work exactly on this to keep you super focused. How do we help our clients on this? We talked about when the salon went into recession, what we did to not lose 165,000. And you can see client after client after client after client after client We have put this in their business. We have grown all these businesses. I can look at these businesses and know exactly how much we've increased their businesses by. I can show you testimonial after testimonial after testimonial of salon owners that we have worked at. They have worked on attracting new clients, getting clients to return, and get clients to spend more. Now, if you need money, that's what we've just covered. That's what you need to work on, and that's what really you need help with. But once that happens, your next part of your journey in life is you're going to have to find staff. You're going to have to train your staff, and you're going to have to systemize your business because somebody now has to start managing the team. And we believe this is where overwhelm kicks in. We believe that a lot of salons get to an overwhelmed stage. It results in procrastination. You do nothing. You plod along, don't fall while you're losing money, but you're just not looking at the bills, hoping they'll go away. You bury your head in the sand. Your takings start stagnating. You stop growing. Your staff are getting bored. You're bored. You've lost your mojo. Signs to look out for. You keep yourself busy doing the easy stuff. You never get to the important stuff. You're always chasing your tail, putting fires out. You're working late at night. You look for distractions like watching TV, Netflix, of course, if it stops you thinking about work. And you spend your days and days and days just putting fires out where you should be working on future stuff. And the fix, the list you have to do will always be there. I'm going to say that again. The list that you have to do will always be there. It's never done. So plan days of the week to chip away at your never-ending list and delegate wherever you can. And if you get this right, once you plan out your working week, you'll always be ahead of overwhelm. You'll have a better work-life balance. You get to spend more time with your family and friends. And you'll get to sit back and look at your business and think everything is working as it should be. If you really want to fix it, you need to plan how many hours to put aside every week to work on the important stuff in your business. You've got to delegate some of the jobs that really suck your time or you don't like doing. And the minimum amount you need to spend on your salon growth is at least 3 times 90 minutes. For most of you, that's just 6 appointments. Today, go and cross 6 appointments off in your appointment, 6 45-minute blocks. Cross them off. And that's when you're going to work on your business growth. Not just doing admin, not just doing another job, on your business growth. We help our clients do this because we've created a unique system that builds a salon academy for the clients. Like the new way to do systems. Most of you guys probably systemize your business, or you've got your SOPs in a book and it's under the till, or it's in the back room in a drawer. No one ever looks at it. You see, the youth of today, most people, they sit there and watch their mobile phone on TikTok and YouTube. They just sit there every single day. Most of them don't even watch the telly. So why are we not training them on their phones? Your systems, to be free, need to be online. You need to build a system where most people can learn most of their jobs super fast. We know that youngsters want to learn quicker than we can teach them. And you don't have the time to teach them quicker. There has to be a fix. And we've created this. It's an online salon academy. It's an academy that we hold at least once a year where we train our clients, like you, if you join us, to put all your systems online so your team don't keep nagging you about, can do more training, can do more training. You've got to give it your precious time to do that. We believe we can train people 80% all on their own, and you have the capability of being free. The online system looks something like this. I'm not going to go through our technical stuff, but it's actually quite unique. No one else I know in the industry has done that. We created it and built it for our salon clients. I don't know anyone else that has it online that we've not taught them. Guys, it's not fair on your partner or kids to get the scraps of you that are left over. Like you've worked all day, you're tired, your staff have sucked you dry, your clients have sucked you dry, and you end up going home, and then you still got to do business stuff at home. Like the time is gone. Your team don't want to work like that anymore. Your team don't want to work 80 hours a day. Why should you? Like, are they clever? Have they got something right? I think they have. I think they want a work-life balance, and we forget that when we first started our business, that we wanted a work-life balance, and we ended up with nothing. We ended up with a really bad job that sucks us. If you're staying up late doing the work and you've got no time for your children, you're arguing with your partner, you're missing social events, you're not being able to switch off at night, you're applying to clients late at night, and you're struggling to prioritize friends and family over clients, you got problems. Like, Signs to look out for. Are you staying up to that early hours? Are your children in bed by the time you get home? Again, spelling mistake. You stopped eating meals as a family. You know you're not giving 100% to your home life and it upsets you. You know it's there. You feel it in your core. You're never fully present with your loved ones, and all you do is talk and moan about staff, work, and clients. You got to fix this, guys. It's not a way to live. You need to get more done in your work time. You got to set yourself some boundaries. If you don't know how, we can help you do that. Make sure you're taking enough money to plan your growth and stick to the plan. I had a conversation with a client only a few days ago. She's a new client to me, and she said, I'm working all these hours and it's just not worth it. Why am I working these hours? Why have I been a salon owner for over 20 years and I've got nothing to show for it? That's how you feel. She will feel completely different if she was making lots of money and she had lots of time off. It's got to be, it's important. You're the person that really has to drive this business. You can't feel like this. When you plan your growth, you know what to do. You know the hours you got to put by. The stress of money will be gone and you'll have time to do the important stuff in the day. And you'll have a much better work-life balance. This will fix it. Plan how many hours a week you'll need to do admin, marketing, finance, systems, and staff training. We talked about that before. Book these 6 45-minute blocks in your business and work on them. We help our clients because we build an online academy to offload. We want to literally get them to delegate their stuff or plan themselves online so they can work on all this. It doesn't just happen on its own. It will suck all your time unless you plan it out. And that's one of the things that we help our clients with. You can see testimonial after testimonial after testimonial after testimonial, how we do this with our clients, which is the only coach that speaks sense in our world. By far the best salon coach. Is a coincidence I've just broke our webpage record for the most individual users this month out of the month with Richard McCabe. Our first month with Richard McCabe. Richard McCabe, you deserve it. Even my team said, whatever you've done with us has worked. She's worked with me for 12 years. We could go on and on. And then you'll get to a stage where you need your team. And I've had this, I can't find staff. Well, I think you're looking in the wrong place. And we help salon owners that come to us and say, I can't find staff. And within days, they end up with 4 or 5 applying for the job. They're looking in the wrong place. Now, if this is you, you're going to have no salon growth. And once you turn these clients away, they're going to go to another salon and never to be seen again. You are working harder and harder to keep the money in. You're turning clients away. Staff are feeling overwhelmed. Staff leaving because they don't want that much pressure you're putting on them. And you're overstretching the current staff. And by the way, the clients know. Don't pretend they don't. If your staff are complaining, they keep asking for more money, especially, you're fully booked. No new clients are coming in. Your takings have plateaued. Every time you turn a client away, you'll never see them again. And eventually clients will stop trying to get in and you'll start losing profit. You need to fix this, guys. You need to treat finding staff seriously. You need to know yourself, why should I work for you? Be clear on who you're looking for. Know what they want in a job, the people you're looking for. Most salons are looking for the wrong person. And you stop creating crap ads for a job you wouldn't want either. Like some people create these ads out there and you wouldn't apply yourself. And you expect people to apply. You've got to look for the diamond in the rough. I will share with you how I found my staff and how they were high earners. And I found them completely different to the way you're probably finding them right now. And if you get this right, guys, once you know how to create the perfect job advert based around your dream team member and what you're offering, you'll be amazed how effective it actually is. And whenever you need a new staff member, you know how to find them. And this will fix it forever. And you better answer this question. This is the starting point that we ask everybody. Why should I work for you? How we help our clients overcome one of the biggest problems in the industry right now, finding staff. We set them a 30% growth in taking, so your salon is growing and you've got money, which means you can pay good wages, and it's a busy salon, and you're growing. Who wants to work for a salon that's dying? We discover why you're not getting replies to your ads. Our one-to-one coaching call, we get to the bottom of why someone should work for you. If you don't know that answer, we should talk. We help you build amazing ads that attract amazing candidates. We've built the world's first online training academy of its kind, so we can teach our team from anywhere in the world without the owner giving up their time. Can you imagine putting an advert out there saying that we will train you? We've got an online academy, so your career will progress faster. We will train you faster than anyone else in town. Simple, amazing stuff. And then other problems arise as we go through that salon journey. I have no time to work on the business because I'm working on the floor. The amount of times I hear that is crazy. I was in London. We had our clients all in there learning how to put the Salon Academy online. And we said, hands up, how many people are off the floor more than 4 days a week working on their business? And these hands went up. I said, right, hands down. Hands up, who's making more than 100,000 profit a year? And the same hands went up. It's no coincidence. Somebody has to drive this business. You've gone from working on the tools, clients loving you, you've employed people, you've trained them to be just like you, you've handed some of your clients over, they're growing their businesses, you've got multiple staff now, you're not needed on the floor 100%. You're now needed to actually steer your ship and grow your team and make sure your team are all good. And there's lots of problems that appear with that, as you well know, but someone's got to fix them. And that comes down to you. So if you've not got enough time, you've probably got no business plan, little growth, no control, staff on minimum wage, admin work not getting done, other salon jobs not getting done, you're working at home late, you've got no work-life balance, and you're feeling demotivated, losing your mojo. What's it all for? Signs to look out for, guys. Staff are not busy, but you are headless chicken. Not hitting targets. They're never hitting targets. They're never going to hit targets because they don't know how to hit targets. No one's helping them hit targets. You got a high wage percentage. You got loads of white spaces, and you are the busy fool making most of the money. And the fix is easy. Cross time off in your working day to work on business and admin. And most people need us to talk to them and get them through this stage because they're scared. It's hard. Once that staff member leaves, once clients leave, it's not the easiest thing to do. That's why we hold your hand when we do this. We do it slowly. There's a special way that I did it. I'll share with you for the people that come and work with us. The outcome, if you get this right, you'll feel organized and be able to take on the world. You can plan your work week. Delegating roles will keep you motivated. And there's one here that I didn't put on. You will make the most money you've ever made in your life. Work on this and it'll fix it. Mind map your roles to see which ones you want to delegate. Plan your 90 minutes, 3 a week. Cross off time. Work out what 3 90 minutes is lost in revenue and get your team to make the shortfall. Imagine this, right? Let's just say your average bill is sitting at £50 or $100, right? Because we work in both parts of the world. Now, let's just say 3 90 minutes. So let's say that's 6 45-minute blocks. Let's just pretend that. So times 6 times 6. So you're going to lose $600 a week if you cross off this time. Or you're going to lose £300 if you cross off this time. Is that going to hurt you that badly? Think how much time you can spend on your staff, training them, getting them to a good standard, building the client journey, wowing the clients, driving clients in, fixing all your systems, fixing all your problems. It'll be worth 10 times the 300 that you crossed off. It's not that much. Work these numbers out, guys. These are your numbers. Again, our online Salon Academy makes it easy to train your team and pass on the work without giving up your time. We don't want you to cross off these 3 90-minute blocks and you end up just doing admin. We want you to grow that business. This is time that you have to spend on growing your business. Again, we've worked through, we've got you more money, nice and easy. And then other problems happen. We've now built your team. We've delegated, we've systemized the business. We've looked at the fine staff. And then comes the next stage where you really have to grow because now you're growing a real business. And most people struggle at this. They never seem to get hold of it. Do people really respect you as a business owner or an employer? Like your team will love you, but deep down, do you think they think the salon is growing? Do they feel that you really are going to pay them more money next year without moaning? Do you think that they know there's loads of money in the till? Do you think they know you really know your numbers and your stuff? Do you think you have imposter syndrome? Do you think one day you're going to be caught out? Do you think staff think you're winging it? Think people will think your salon isn't successful? It's scary. People used to ask me, how's your salon doing? I say, great. Like, oh, Richard, you're killing it. They didn't know I couldn't pay the bills. They didn't know I was struggling. They didn't know I couldn't sleep at night. They didn't know I was worried about sacking someone because I couldn't afford to pay the wages. It's terrible. That was me when I first started. Signs to look out for. You know you're winging it. If you don't know your numbers and you can, I don't know why I'm busy. I don't know why clients come in. I don't know why. I don't know how the money comes in. I don't know. One day it's all going to end. Time to put your house in order. You don't know what your numbers are telling you. Your numbers are screaming at you. I shared a video yesterday on YouTube. Go and check it out if you can. It was a lady that I'm taking on. Her salon's doing 1.5 million, and she didn't even know how she got that big. She didn't know nothing about her numbers. Her wage percentage were through the roof. Her stock spend was through the roof. And overnight, I could save her 150,000. 150,000 would be in her profit, but she didn't even know where to see it, didn't even know where to look. Is that you? You only know how well you're doing is how much money's in the bank. You were, back when you first started your salon, that was good enough. But as you progressed, as you took on team members, as you've grown your business, you cannot maintain that any longer. You have to learn your numbers. And if you don't know what the key numbers are, then you are going to have to learn them. Important fix, guys. Learn the important numbers and what they mean, what they are telling you. Make educated decisions based on these numbers once you know what they are, and lead your team with confidence that you know what you're talking about. And if you get this right, you'll stop living a lie. Your staff already know, by the way. You'll be able to plan your salon's growth, and everyone will win. This is a true successful salon owner. Someone who knows how to make money, knows that they can pay the staff more, know they can get clients in the door, know they can have a refit whenever they want. They know there's money in the bank. They know they're secure. Their team know they're secure. If you want to fix this, guys, you need to be able to make decisions based on your salon numbers. And if you don't know your salon numbers, you're going to have to either go out and learn it, you're going to have to master it, or you're going to have to find someone who loves numbers and who can do that for you. You must know and monitor your wage percentage, how many client visits your salon has, your 5 dials, your average spend, your retail percentage, your rebook, and your retention. And I'm going to say this now, most salon softwares lie. They only track 90 days. That's not enough. A balayage is longer than 90 days. You've got to track a full year. We have the tools to do that. You must track it for over a year. How we help our clients. We teach salon owners how to set up targets to make a decent growth. You know, we aim for 30% in 12 months. Enough to pay their team and themselves well. You must pay your team well. People are leaving self-employment because you're still paying minimum wage with a commission. Who wants that? They want a decent wage. Their bragging rights is when they're sitting with their friends going, I'm on £15 an hour. I'm on $40 an hour. It's bragging rights. They need that now. We've created the Profit Now course. We were the first people. There's a guy called Mike Michalowicz who wrote a book called Profit First. It's a hard book to read because it actually isn't part of our hairdressing world. And most things he talks about doesn't resonate with us. I spent years taking that from the outside world and put it in the salon world. So it actually works with our salon numbers because we are a little bit different to other businesses, as you well know. You may see this around now by different names, but anyone who's using this has took this from myself. And we created the very first Profit Now course that teaches you how to disperse your money into different segments so you can master numbers once and for all. Our sheet looks something like this. And if you've got most of these things wrong, you're probably sitting there scared that the staff are going to leave you. And it results in giving pay rises willy-nilly, knowing full well you probably can't afford it and just hoping and best that things happen. I'll give you the money and hopefully you'll make more. Never happens, guys. You promote staff to manager when you know they probably aren't management material, just to stop them leaving. You stop disciplining bad behavior, you let things go. And that's the first slippery slope for you hating your business. You put up with more of their shit. They turn up late and you say nothing. They're not doing things right. They're not doing things your way. By the way, it stops the business growing eventually. And eventually they do leave, and they leave you in a right mess. And you let your standards slip. You would never do it to your clients, but you let your staff member do it to theirs. And if that is you, by the way, is that what sort of salon you really wanted? If that is you, look out for these signs. You're not happy at work. Some staff are taking the mickey. Some team members aren't earning their keep and you're doing nothing about it. The wage percentage is high. You don't say no to your team. Staff are becoming rude and come and go as they please. They don't listen to you. They think they own the salon and you feel like an employee. I didn't put one on here, but I should have. And one of them is this, and I see this all the time right now. Some people wouldn't let clients go to certain staff members because they're not up to scratch. So they do them because they wouldn't give it to that staff member. But you let that staff member loose in your salon. Let's fix this, guys. Figure out why you're scared they may leave. Does it matter? Do you know your numbers? What would happen? What would the impact be? Is it because there are lots of self-employed talk at the moment? Everyone's going self-employed and I'm scared my staff will. Not giving them a pay rise in a while. You know they deserve more, but you can't afford it. The salon isn't busy. I'm going to talk a bit more about self-employed a bit later on, so I won't go into that right now, but just 2 slides away, I won't dive into that. If you get this right, guys, once you increase take-ins, money will flow into your account. Plan your salon's growth and plan your team members' pay rises. By the way, if your team member comes to you and asks for a pay rise, they think they've deserved it because they've asked for it. If you go to them and give it to them before they ask, they think you're brilliant. So always plan ahead. They will appreciate you more if they know they've earned the right to a pay rise. You've got to show them numbers, guys. If you don't know them, we've talked about this before. You are right to be concerned. You are right. Your staff do deserve more money. They deserve a work-life balance as well as you. You need to excite them more. You need to fix the holes in your business. Like, it's all down to you winging it, guys. We help our clients on this because we have an amazing scorecard that our clients use to calculate their staff pay rises. Again, we created this. When there's a hole in the business, we fix it. We set clients up with a 30% increase. We take them on a journey. What would that mean to you if your business grew by a third? The scorecard is unique. You've seen this around. Again, it's been stolen from us. We created it. And I want to dive in and show you what the scorecard actually means. We decided what's the difference between a £13 pay wage and a £17 pay wage. And you can see they're still working 38 hours. You can see that here. Let me just, you can see it here. So you can go on. It means that their weekly wage would be this. You know, if they got to £17 an hour, you could pay them $6.46. At the moment, they're on $4.94. And you can see there's a path to get there. It means their weekly target has to be for you. They've got to earn you 1,400 or 1,900. It tells you once we build this, you know, we've got the monthly version if you want a monthly version and their target per month. But it tells you if they do 29 clients a week and you can get that average bill to 66 and they're working 38 hours a week, they're going to earn you 1,938. And if they're not doing that in your business right now, it means either number one or number two isn't right in your business right now. So we have to figure that out. When we build a scorecard, we go to London and we build it together over 3 days. It is so unique. Again, our clients get the first chance of doing that. So if you're with us, we'll definitely invite you to come to London or to Manchester or to Birmingham, depending where we hold it, and build your scorecard so you know exactly how to work out if your team members can have a pay rise or not. And they can see that so they know what to stretch for. I pause here for a reason. I hear this too much. I hear successful salons doing this. Myself, you know, I was absolutely killing it in my business. I was making so much money. I was living life to the full. And suddenly I didn't have my VAT money put aside. It is terrible. How did I not have my VAT money? I recently had a conversation with a client of mine and I sent her a monthly memo. You saw that earlier on. And I said to her, you've just had the best December ever. You have absolutely stormed it. You've gone from 40,000 a month target and you've just done 70. And your wage percentage was 33. So I know you've got loads of money. Everything is in perfect order and you're killing it. And I had a conversation with her in January, and she says to me, I don't have my VAT money. It's gone. And I said, how can that be? You've made so much money. And I know you've made more takings than ever, 30,000 more. Your wages is absolutely perfect. Your stock spend was perfect. How can you have no money? So we know good salons still struggle with this. So it doesn't mean you're a bad salon if you're not here. It means that really you've missed a step. You took your eye off the ball. It happens to all of us, to the best of us. But I know for a fact, if you don't have your VAT money and you're putting this on the never, never for another year, you're having a tough year ahead. You know it. You know who I'm talking to. You know the pain that's coming. You know the pain you're in right now. You've got to get yourself past that. If you've got sleepless nights, added pressure, you're stressed out, putting VAT on the payment plan, making bad judgments with your team. I know I've been there. It's horrible, but you've got to fight out. And having someone in your corner you can talk to and guide you and hold you accountable is the only way out of this. Using money belonging to something else to pay your VAT is a no-go. Borrowing money off your parents, borrowing money from anybody to pay VAT is awful. No money in the VAT account, your wage bill is exceeding 50%, and you're not paying yourself when the VAT is due is all signs that your business is making enough money, but you've got no control over that. And you've got to put your VAT away every week, no matter what. You've got to put it somewhere that you will not touch it. And if you get this right, you'll never stress about VAT again. My tax bill comes in, and I'm going to be really honest with you, it is a huge tax bill, big, and I don't stress it. And I pay it on the day it's due because I have a tax account that I put money in every single week. I monitor this for a reason. I promise you, if you set up a VAT account, make sure you're not overspending on staff or stock, get your staff to 3 times wage, and never pull money out of this account. You'll never have this problem ever again. You won't even care about it. It's just a bill. But most of you can't get your staff to 3 times wage. Most of you can't control your overspending. And most of you don't even put your VAT in a VAT account. We built a unique course I've shown you before, the Profit Now course. It has a very special, unique formula of how much money you should put away into different bank accounts. And that formula is unique. And we created that formula just for salon owners. And we'll help you with that when you come and join us. And if all this is happening in your salon right now, I promise you, you're losing your passion as a salon owner. And this will result in the very slippery slope to demise. Like no increase in takings, struggling to pay bills on time, losing staff, high wage, and little or no profit. Every single business in the world, every single business goes through, we call an S-curve, like so. Which means you start your business around here and you know you grow really quickly like so. And then you get staff and you plod along and you grow a little bit more when you get up here. And then you get stuck. And there's only one way to go, and that's down. And I don't know when you see this, because the reality, our S-curve is more like this. It's so slow, we don't need it. We don't notice it. It's a bit like once you get to like 5,000 a week, and you stay at 5,000 a week, but your bills rise, you're on decline. Or you get to 6,000 and really it's only 5.5, and then it goes down to 5.2, and that little dip is enough to be a decline. And eventually you'll get to a stage where you've got no money. But it's still called an S-curve. And somewhere along here, some smart cookies notice earlier on and then work on their business and get themselves a 30% growth and really grow again. Or you might be down here and really struggling, but you've still got to come back up. Otherwise, you're going to keep falling. You will lose staff at this stage. They will know that you're on the way out. You'll have a massive high percentage and you'll have little or zero profit. And it has to be turned around. You're going to have to know how to do this, or you're going to have to invest to make it happen. If you're hating going into the salon, you have no interest in your team, you're not doing important jobs, you're overspending, you're not setting goals to get yourself out of this, and you're looking for excuses to get away or not going into the salon, there's a good chance that you are there right now. When this happened to me, I found that learning a new skill motivated me. You need to make more profit and reward yourself. And if that's your new skill right now, is learning the numbers, is learning how to motivate the team, is learning how to set goals, is learning how to really get profit in your business, then maybe this video is made for you right now today. And the outcome, if you get this right, you'll feel reinvigorated. You'll love your salon again like you did at day one. Your team will love you. You'll realize running a business doesn't have to be hard, and you have renewed energy and motivation. And there is nothing better than you being super excited and motivated, having time to grow your business, knowing how to grow your business, knowing what numbers matter in your business, for your team to look up to you and think, yes, we're here. Let's fix it for you. Set yourself and your team goals. Everyone needs to feel like they're progressing. Everybody does. And you need to pay yourself what you're worth. Pay yourself more. Enjoy your life. Go to nice restaurants. Drive a nice car. Have some money to treat your family. It has to happen. It's what makes you who you are. It keeps you going. How do we help clients through this? Apart from the fact we hold them accountable. We keep them focused. We map out their dream life for them. We figure out what it is they want out of life. We go and grab it. And we set them goals to make it happen. We set goals for your team to make it happen. We make them have a dream year. We work on the wheel of life. We work on the 100 things to change your life. And all these things make a massive difference. And some of you on this call or get to see this video, after all the years, you have nothing to show from Own Your Salon. One day you're going to get to an age and go, is that it? For the last 20 years, it's just been a job, a hard slog job. Things need to change. You'll feel like you've wasted your years, nothing to show for being a salon owner, worrying about what you're going to do when you sell your salon. What are you going to do when your body starts aching? What are you going to do to the next level? If you've not got enough money put away in the bank accounts, if you're still paying yourself a basic pay after all these years, your body is hurting with a spell mistake. You're still working 5 days a week. You think about selling your salon a lot because you don't know what to do. You wonder what you'll do when you're free or when you're an old person. What am I going to do with life? It's all I know. Guys, I've been there myself. I've worked 20 years in the business, thinking to myself, what is it all about? Thinking if I knew what I knew now, 25 years ago, the first 5 years was just chaotic. Then I started systemizing. It took me a lot of years to learn this stuff, 20 years to put this all into practice. If I'd known that from day one, whew, I'd be a multi-millionaire by now. Guys, you've got to learn how to increase your profits. You've got to learn how to get that 30%. It'll fix most of your problems straight away. Be ready to sell at any time. Whenever you think, when I sold my business, it was at its peak. You get the most money for it. And find yourself a lazy 1,000 a week. I promise you, if you've got 5 staff members right now, I think you could get a lazy 200 a week from each staff member. I'm sure you could. That's 1,000 a week. That's 50,000 a year. If there's 10 years left in your business right now, that's 500,000 you could squirrel away in a bank account. That's enough. You could finish wealthy. But most of you can't find an extra 500, 1,000, 2,000 because you're running tight to the bone already. If you get this right, you'll be able to sell your salon for a lot more money, sometimes double. You'll have enough money for retirement. You won't even care about the money from your business. And you'll be far less stressed. It'll all be worth it. You started a business because you left the salon because probably the way they treated you, and you wanted to do a salon your way. You employed team members. It was stressful, but you still loved it. And then it didn't get so much nice. And then it got hard. And then you're juggling bills and you forgot about the money. And then got to a stage where you were at the end and you've done 20 years maybe, or maybe you've done 15 years in and you don't know what to do. Money isn't there. It's because you're missing something. And if you don't know, you don't know. You're going to have to learn it, or you're going to have to pay someone to fast track it. So you don't have to sit there and reading books for the next 10 years. There is no time to waste. There is one thing when you get to my age, you realize there's only one thing you don't get back, and that's time. Learn something different because what you're doing right now isn't working. You'll need to invest with money, or you need to buy the time. Remember, time isn't on your side. And you need to learn this fast. We hold the hand. We set targets for aggressive high profits. We systemization and we growth. This means the business is worth twice as much. You're getting money every week, and your business is worth twice as much as it is right now. So we've covered when you first start out in your journey and you need more clients and you need more money, we've covered how to fix that. And then you'll find a problem where you'll need to build a team, you need to find staff, you need to systemize your business, you need to get off the floor more. We've covered that. And then you've got to start setting goals for yourself and for your team. You've got to hold perfect team meetings so we can keep the people on track. And we've got to pay them well. We've got to figure out how we can track all this and we can pay our team well. We've got to be in charge of our numbers. And we've covered that today. And I want to just cover two things in my behind you agenda now. First of all, how to compete against self-employed salons. First of all, are you pissed off because people think, that they're cheaper and they don't pay VAT? I hear that all over the socials at the moment. Losing focus on what you should be doing and you're trying to compete with them. Imagine going to a restaurant and it's made up of 10 waiters and they're all self-employed. You're not going to get unity. You see, if you had 10 restaurants in one restaurant selling 10 different types of food, how would you beat the 9 restaurants? You would do great customer service, do great food, pamper that client, and look after them. A salon that is full of individuals, I promise you this, most of them just after the money. Most of them. We can beat them. We can have a salon culture. We can build a team. Clients see that. Clients like that. Clients like to see that you're training others. Clients like to see you grow. Clients like to see you successful. Clients like to come because the salon has systems, because the salon has a client journey, because the salon has a great client experience. It's all held together because of you. You don't compete with self-employed. They can't compete with you. Signs to look out for. It annoys you when clients say that you're too expensive. Well, if you are too expensive, you're not giving good value. Let these cheap people go, the cheap people. They're not worth it. If they're cheap, they'll always go to the cheap person in town. Do you want to be a cheap salon? No, you want to be a great salon. You look at your peers on social media that are self-employed, advocates, and they're killing it, leaving you feeling envious. I coach a lot of people. Some of them you'll know, and they're not doing as well as you think. Just remember, this is your journey. Keep your focus on you, not on others. Offer something that these self-employed people can't compete with. Do they train as good as you? I doubt it. Do they afford and have a good product as good as you? I doubt it. Do they have a great client journey? I doubt it. Do they have you? Offer the salon experience. Build your team to be good and build a salon culture. No one can compete with that. If you get this right, people will always pay more for a well-run restaurant than a cheap restaurant. You do, I do. There's no difference in a salon. Your salon will be more consistent and attract more clients that want to pay more. You'll offer better value for money than they ever could. I just want to pull this into some sort of ideal at the moment. If you're thinking that people are just money orientated, I'm currently in Australia right now. When I flew here, I got on the plane, and if you turn left, you enter first class. There was people turning left. They're paying 40,000 for a flight, £40,000. If I turn right, I'm going through business class. There is so many seats, almost half the plane is business class, full. Then there's economy plus, full. And then there's economy at the back, full. There is sections for everybody who want to pay what they think that flight is worth. And your salon is the same. People will pay you if they think it's worth it. So if you want to be different, though, you're going to have to get your client journey. You're going to have to get that experience right. You're going to have to spend some time training these. Maybe you haven't got the time, or maybe you need an academy, maybe to work that out. Self-employed salons may be cheaper, but nothing beats a team that works together. I promise you that. And work on your client journey, your client experience, and they can't touch you. Raise your value and up your game. Make your client journey second to none, and make sure the client feels that you're good value for money. That client journey we build for our salon owners, this is what we do. We build the client journey. We focus on the 5 steps in your business. First step is how you say hello. The second step is how you do, your consultations. The third step is how you do your upsell. Really important. The fourth step is how you show and tell, how you educate the client. And the fifth step is how do we make sure they are wowed before they leave. These 5 steps need mapping out. They don't just happen on their own. That's what we do with our clients right now. And the difference is not just wowing the client. If you have an average client that came to you, if your salon was doing 100 clients a week, and let's say we set it at 20 for the average bill, well, pretty low now, but let's say it is, that gives you 104,000. If we can do that by £5 more. Just spend £5 more. You can see it's worth almost 30 grand to you. Let it sink in just for a second. Almost 30 grand, 25,000. So for every 5,000 you grow your business, the business grows by 25 grand. Whack is that? But people only pay more if they get good service. So work on that. And every time you do and you average up by £5, you know you've introduced another 25,000 to your business. That's the way we grow businesses. It's one of our 10% that we work with you on. Like it's just so easy money that no one's doing. It's easy money that most coaches I don't even see. We do, because that's how we coach people. That's how I got my business successful. That's how we get other salon owners successful. Is the self-employed model for me? If you're sitting here discussing with yourself, you know, hey, everyone's self-employed, should I turn on my people self-employed? My accountant said I should. Like, guys, I just want to show you something. I truly believe it's only a temporary model. If we were all self-employed, we'd be killing our industry. If you're not knowing if you should go employ a self-employed, it's scary. What if I don't get clients or staff? Scared that your team will leave. It seems everyone is going self-employed, so it must be a better way. Really? Do you know if they're making money or not? Because what I'm seeing out there, the only people making money are the people renting the chairs in salons. They're making a killing. The owners aren't. The owners are struggling still. Worse than you. I would save money not being VAT registered. Yes, you would save money not being VAT registered, but you won't make any money at all. Think about it. You earn less than 80K. You don't make any VAT, pay VAT, you don't make any money. Salons look out for you. Salons starting to get a mix of self-employed and employed. You're losing staff to self-employment. We've fixed that earlier on, guys. Fix it earlier on. You think it's because they want to be self-employed. They don't. You make them go self-employed because you make them do work. You make them stand around bored. You make them work for next to nothing. You're pushing them self-employed. You're thinking making everyone self-employed is the only way. It is. I'll show you in a second. Let me tell you what it is. Figure out what you want from your salon in the future. And does that fit into that? Do you want no training? Do you want all your team members to treat the staff anyhow they like? Do you want them to come in late and you can say nothing? Do you want them to go home early and you can say nothing? Do you want them not to clean because they're not paid for being cleaners? They're just paid to their own clients. Is that what type of salon you want? Make up your mind, guys, and move on. Stop procrastinating about which model is best and concentrate on your salon success. You'll have the most profitable salon setup I know. Figure out what you want from your salon in the future and use that as your guide. Get this right and you can stop messing around. Stop procrastinating about which model is best to concentrate on. And you'll have the most profitable salon setup, I promise. Do the maths. Know your numbers. Write both models down and see one works best for you. I did. If you have 3 staff members right now, renting 60 a day, working 5 days a week, you'll earn 1,300. If you've got an employed salon, you can see the difference. I'm going to go through this nice and slowly with you guys so you can see the difference. Take a look at it. If you're employed, you've got 748 against 300. What do you want? Three staff members, right? If you're self-employed right now, they give you 300 a week, 60 a day. They're going to take 1020. You're getting 300. If you've got an employed salon, they get 440 a week's wage. You get 748. Can you see the difference? They're getting the lion's share. Self-employment's good for them. It's not good for you. If you don't want to be a salon owner, sell your salon and go and rent a chair somewhere if that's what you really want. But if you want to run a salon, the money is in the employed. You can see it clear as day. Over a year, let's go for it. Self-employed salon, they're paying you $14,000 a year per staff member at 300 a week, 14,000. At the end of that year, you're going to get 43,200. They're going to get 146 of the money in the till. Now, if you had 3 staff members, think about it. You'd have 107,000 and they would have 63. Oh yeah, you'd pay VAT on that. Let's take the 20K off the VAT. You've still got 80,000 left. Double. Guys, the average salon growth in the UK is about minus 17,000. Most salons aren't growing. One of our clients was sitting in Leeds with a bunch of salon owners that weren't our clients, and he was the only one in the room. And they were all moaning how bad business is bad, how they're struggling, how they're not making as much money as last year. And he went, mine's not like that. The people I know in Richard's group are not like that. On average, we make 80,000 more growth to the salons that work with us. Yes, it's unusual. Yes, it's huge. Yes, it's different because we are different. And we teach you stuff that's not known out there. And that's why they don't get the growth. I created a foolproof system for salon success. I've shown you the 9 steps. Anyone can learn this system and have their salon give them the life they choose. We'll kickstart your journey with a 30% increase and increase in takings. This will have a massive effect on your income. Now, I told you right at the beginning, I'm not here to convince you to join me today. That's not my job. My job is to convince you there is another way. If you have consistent pain in the things we've talked about, you're going to have to go out there and learn how to get clients. You're going to have to go out there and learn how to motivate your team. You have to learn your numbers, learn your targets, learn your commissions. You're going to have to learn how to keep clients. You have to learn to stop clients dropping out. These are the things you're going to have to learn. I did. It took me 20 years to learn these and implement them in my business. So you're going to have to go and learn it. Or if you think you don't want to go and learn it and you want to pay me and employ me to teach you this and implement this in your business, the choice is yours. But please, you have to do something because this is stuff you don't know and you must. We always give everyone a 30% increase as we showed you. We've showed you the monthly report that we give you on that every single month with that 30% kicked in. I want to show you what that means for you right now. On the left-hand side, have a look where your business is right now. Take a look where it is. So let's just pick out, let's say 350, it's in the middle. If your salon's doing about 350,000, we will set you a goal to earn 105,000 more. Pretty massive, right? If you're on 200,000, the lowest on the sheet in front of us right now, our goal, if we work through this with you over the next 12 months, is to increase you to 260,000. And we've done this time and time and time again. Huge. It's real growth. So you can pay yourself more money and your team more money. You are going to pay me, of course, if we want to help us, or you can go and learn it and take 10 to 15 years. The system we've explained already. These are the things you will go through the journey. Now, if you want to know how to, here's the thing, take a screenshot, go and learn them yourself if you need to. You'll be able to work less on the floor and more on the salon. You'll be able to stop procrastinating and stop being overwhelmed. You'll be able to finally stop winging it. And the reason I think, personally, guys, this is my thoughts. I went against the grain here. I sat in a room once with 12 top people in Australia. Some were famous on the telly. And I sat there and we had to share our profit. We had to, that's the real thing here, not how much you take, because some of these people were taking multi-millions and I wasn't at the time. And it was, I had to share with them my profit. We stood up and we shared our numbers. It was embarrassing. I was at the back. I said, well, like, praying, please don't call me. Please don't call me. And they did. And I stood up and told them. They turned around and called me a liar. I said, I'm not lying. It's my proof that when you can't earn that much money from how much money you're taking in the till to how much you pay yourself. And I said, I did. They said, you're lying. I pay myself more than them. I told you about a salon earlier on that earns 1.5 million. And I was shocked how much she pays herself. It was less than I paid myself 15 years ago with a smaller salon, taking a lot less than that. You see, that was the day I realized that I'm not going to follow these people that are trying to dictate to me how to run my business because they're running a model that's broken and they're still teaching it. Some people would say you should never discount. I say they're wrong. I say it should be done clever. If you've ever booked a plane, there's cheap, medium, and dear. How many times you say, I just want to pay the dear price? You're happy to pay the discount price, right? Everyone loves a discount. No one likes giving a discount, but everyone likes having one. So they're wrong. You've got to appeal to people, but it's how clever you are about it. Some people say you can't get your team to 3 times wage. I hear it all the time. Oh, you can't get them to 3 times wage. Oh, you can't get them to do that. I've done it myself for 15 years. I'm teaching people to do this year after year. They're wrong. Don't listen to them. Some people say staff want to be self-employed. I again say they're wrong. I think we force people into self-employment. I don't think we train them. I don't think we pay them enough. I don't think we motivate them. I don't think we have a salon culture. I don't think we have strong leaders, which is you. I think they sit there and they just think, I've got a job. I'm better off working for myself. We force them out. Some people say you can't make good money from a salon. I'm living proof. I have salon owners that been with me. They bought a place in London. They bought themselves a brand new Tesla. They paid 25,000 on extension on a house they've just bought, which was their dream house, which costs X and X and X amount of money. I can talk again and again and again and again about people that have 50,000, 100,000. I know people that pay themselves close to $500,000. There is money in a salon. And that's what's wrong with the old model. People are still believing this. And it's wrong. And I'm here to tell you it's wrong. If I had my time again, I wouldn't have listened to any of them. I was taking my teaching from people that weren't successful themselves. How stupid was I? They said they couldn't get their wage percentage below 50%. I believe them. They couldn't. But they told me no one could just because they couldn't. I could. And I'm telling you here today, you could. And the difference is really amazing. Think about this. You know, if you've got, let's say, let's keep it nice and simple, 100,000. And 50% of that, that's 50,000, is on wages. And they also believe you've got to spend 20% on stock, which is 20,000. That only leaves you with 30,000 to pay your rent, your bills, and everything else. But I think that's wrong. I think it could be 30,000 and 10,000, and that leaves you 60,000 for your bills and money for yourself. They think they're right. I think they're wrong. But I know they're wrong because I'm living proof. What price would you put on the knowledge that I've just explained right now? Would you want to go and wait 15 to 20 years to learn this stuff? Or do you want to fast track it and pay me, who's been there and done the 20 years of hard labor, to put it into businesses and tweak it and play with it and put it on the team, let the salon work it through, find some faults, tweak it again and put it back on there? This is your choice. It's your journey. People will always pay with time or money. It's as simple as that. You know, that's why some people, go and pay for people to have liposuction and weight loss because they don't want to diet for a year. They want it done within a week. That's their choice. Some people prefer to fly to Australia than get a boat because they want to pay for speed. Some people prefer to get an Uber or a taxi than a bus or walk. We only ever pay with time. But I know how much money you guys are losing by not knowing this stuff. The internet is full of everything you need to know. You've got ChatGPT, you've got Google, you've got libraries, you've got books, you've got Amazon. It's all out there. It'll just take you forever to learn it, but it's there. So go and learn it for free, implement it in your business, tweak it, and the next 5 or 10 years, you might actually start seeing something happen. Or you have to go to a teacher and pay them like you would do as a university or at school. You pay them and they will teach you the fast track because they have done it. The choice is always yours. I can show you testimonial after testimonial after testimonial and the proof that we've got, how much money we've made our salons. You can see it time and time and time again. How much money we made them extra, 300,000, 105, 157. 87, 87, 89, 22, 95, 65, 87, 300K, time and time and time again. This salon here has broke the million, made 300,000 in 12 months. Like, this is forever. This happens. So what would you invest? Like I said right at the beginning, we charge 125 a week. That's pretty cheap. For the knowledge you need to grow your business, for the accountability, for the focus, how can you not? Why would you not? You'd be crazy not to. Guys, you get access to everything. You get access to the 9 modules you need, a VIP community of salon owners that are just like you, wanted to grow their business. We do group coaching. We do personal one-to-one calls with me, accountability on your figures that no other coach does, and access to all live events. And it's less than the price of one cut and blow dry. Sorry, one cut and color, a couple of sets of nails, 3 cut and blow dries, or a couple of facials. Are you going to give up one appointment to 10 times your business? That's the only question you need answering today. It's bespoke coaching for your salon. Like I said earlier on, we don't just send you videos and go watch these videos. You actually get to speak one-on-one with people. I don't know any other coach that does this for this price. Not one. I don't know anyone that goes and collects your numbers and coaches you on your business. This is bespoke coaching. This should cost 10 times as much as this. One thing we do is we don't want you to hang around if you don't like it. But here's the kicker for you guys right now. The price I've showed you has gone up. It's gone up by an extra $1,200 a year, an extra $100 a month. Right now on this call, there's only one link, and this link gives you that 100 off. So it's 100 a month off right now on this link. Once this page is gone, it's gone. Now, we give you a 30-day love it or leave it. That means you've got 29 days to jump in, hold some private calls with me one-on-one, for me to look at your numbers, set up your targets, and start a plan of action. And in 29 days, if you think it's not for you, you go, hey, Richard, I don't think this is for me. We'll give you all your money back. You have nothing to lose right now. Now, the easiest thing to do, and we've been doing this for 7 years, is if you click the link below, it'll take you to a payment. You can join. Straight away, you'll get a welcome letter. You'll enter into our world. My assistant will reach out to you. She'll get you to book an appointment with me next week. We'll get you to get some numbers ready for me. If you don't know how, she'll help you. And then we'll coach you on your numbers within 1 week if you join in. Let's not wait another moment in time. Click the link below, and let's start your journey to get you the success you need. Looking forward to see you on the inside. Bye for now.